Lesson 10.6, solving right triangles. Now, before we do that, let's review. Let's write down SOHCAHTOA, and I always write it down like this. We'll find that very handy going forward. So we need angle A, that's this one. So sine of A equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of A equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent of A equals opposite over adjacent. Let's do it again. You might want to pause the recording and try it yourself. Sine of A equals opposite over hypotenuse. This is opposite. This is the hypotenuse. Cosine of A equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent of A equals opposite over adjacent. And that's it. Make sure you can do that. Now another step of the process before we put it all together is to solve these. And there's two ways to do it. Multiply by 12. X equals 12 cosine of 38 degrees. And I'll round to one decimal place for no particular reason. I guess it's significant figures it is. Or you could cross multiply, put a 1 under here, and do what we call the Jimmy Neutron. X sine of 23 degrees equals 4 times 1. Divide by sine of 23 degrees. Divide by sine of 23 degrees. X equals 4 divided by sine of 23 degrees equals 10.2. Now, some people have noticed that you can just flip the x in the tangent 79. If you want to go through the whole process and do it, by all means, but you should get the same answer. And it'll save you a lot of time. But whatever works for you. This one is different. If the x is inside, rewrite it. X equals sine to the negative first, 7 over 25. When you put in your calculator, you hit the second sine button, and you will get the angle out. $16 degrees. Could round it to a decimal place, but just going to go with that. Make sure you know how to do these, because putting it all together, let's find x. Well, sine, and I just guess, sine of 23 degrees is opposite 5 over x. Cool, that works. So x equals 5 over sine of 23 degrees. Which is 12.8. So this is 12.8. I want to find out the other angle here. Well, that's just 90 minus 23, 67 degrees. Now I need to find this side, which I will call y. So we can find y a couple different ways. We can do phi squared, 5 squared plus y squared equals 12.8 squared, and solve it. Y squared equals 12.8 squared minus 5 squared. I get 11.78, and I've rounded to 2 decimal places on purpose, because I could have also done cosine, or well, let's use tangent. Tangent of 23 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. Y equals 5 divided by tangent of 23 degrees. Y equals 11.78, which of course is the same answer. So you can do it either way. Pythagorean theorem, thag it out, or trig, use any ratio you want. You'll get approximately the same answer. This is very challenging stuff, moving along very quickly. Make sure you understand it. Pause and rewatch if you need to. There's 2 more triangles here. I'm going to just blast through them very quickly so you can do them at your own leisure or whatever you want. If you want to pause the recording, now would be a good time, because here I go. First off, I know this is 25 because it's a triple. 7 squared plus 24 squared equals 25 squared. I knew that. Now to find the angle x, I'll say tangent of x equals opposite 24 over adjacent 7. X equals tangent to the negative first, 24 over 7. X equals 74 degrees. And if this is 74 degrees, the two have to add up to 90, so this will be 16 degrees. That's solving a triangle. That's done. Now this one, there's a couple different ways to do it. I happen to know that this is a 30, 60, 90, because if you take one side and double it, that means that's a 30, 60, 90. And this is the 30-degree angle, and this is the 60-degree angle. But most people would not recognize that, so let's write a proportion for x. I believe we'd get cosine of x equals adjacent 2 over hypotenuse 4. Therefore, x equals cosine to the negative first of 2 divided by 4. And that would be 60 degrees. Hey, look at that, I got it right. And then I could do Pythagorean theorem. 2 squared plus, we'll call this y for now. Y squared equals 4 squared. Y squared equals 16 minus 4. Y equals square root of 12, which is 2 root 3. Could also make that a decimal. If you'd rather call it 3.46, that's fine too. And now that we know this is 60, we know that's 30, because all 3 have to add up to 180, or these 2 have to add up to 90. Either way. Lots of math. Rewatch as necessary. Good luck.